This week's blogging video is all of the things I have learned, or the top things I've learned in the last 5 years of blogging. I have such a list. Like, I actually didn't think that I would be able to have a list this long until I started just typing things out, and they're pretty good. So I think this is gonna be a long video and I don't wanna babble on too much. So let's just get straight into the good stuff. All right, I'm just gonna read down my list. These are like really random, by the way, and they don't go in a particular order. Like, I literally just wrote out exactly what came to my mind, and my favorite one's towards the end, which is a really good way to set up the video, but didn't plan on that one. All right, number one, the overhead in blogging is insanely low compared to other businesses. I don't think I realized how low it was or how little money it took to start a blogging business until I'm trying to start other businesses. And you can legitimately start, I started a 6-figure business with $100. Like, you can start a website with $100 and it's crazy. Number two, invest as little money as possible in your blog in the beginning because 75% of people don't keep up with it. That one's slightly negative, but it is true. Like, majority of people that start blogs don't keep up with it. And I think that one of the biggest mistakes that I see is people spending a lot of money up front. Like, there's 3 things that I think that you should be spending money on when you first start your blog. That is, okay, you need to get hosting. So Bluehost is the cheapest. That's who I use. That's who I still recommend. In the little description of this video, I have like step-by-step on how I created my website. And whenever I describe Bluehost, there's a million different hosts out there, but basically Bluehost is like the Walmart. So like, you start shopping at Walmart and then you go to Target and then you go to like Nordstrom. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense to you. Just Bluehost is by far the most affordable. So get hosting. Number 2, get a website theme so that your website looks pretty. And because it does matter what the front of your website looks like, because people will judge your website and how it looks by if you're credible or not. That's just the world that we live in. So get a website theme. Cheapest place to get website themes is Etsy, from what I found. And then number 3, buy courses. Obviously, there's a huge range in blogging courses on price-wise, but there's a lot of courses that don't cost a lot of money, and you will save yourself months of time by learning someone else's strategy that's already successful in it and then adapting it to your own content. That is like what I did, and I swear it helped me grow my website so much faster. But don't spend any more money. Like, do not get any, I don't know, you just don't need, make sure that you're gonna stick with it before investing a lot of money into a website, because it's a lot harder than people think it is. 3 is slightly contradicting to my last statement, but sometimes uglier is better. Specifically on Pinterest, people love ugly pins. The uglier the pin, the better it does. Don't understand why, but it is true. Don't try to be trendy. Don't try to be too cute with things. Just sometimes uglier is better. That's just one thing that I have learned. 4, social medias will always have algorithm changes, and you, in all capital letters, will be okay. You will be okay. Now that I've been blogging for 5 years, I have gone through so many algorithm changes on all different platforms. Google algorithm changes, Pinterest algorithm changes, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everything. Algorithm changes, and I have always been okay, and you always will be okay. This goes into my next one, number 5, which I'm adding in off the top of my brain. Do not completely change your strategy when an algorithm change happens. Do little things here and there so you can go back and be able to tell, okay, well, I changed this. That didn't do anything. Now I'm gonna change this. Let's see if that does something. If you completely change your strategy, you will not be able to pinpoint what works versus what doesn't work. Okay, wait, also I wanna go back to number 4 with the social medias will always have algorithm changes. They will literally always have algorithm changes. That is something that's here to stay. Don't freak out. Just do not. I'm in Facebook groups for blogging, and what people freak out about in those with algorithm changes, it's like crazy. Like, people like act like the world is ending, which I felt the same way. It always readjusts itself. You will always be fine. And then number 6, these all kind of play into each other. You can tell my thought process as I was writing these down. Get your eggs in different baskets. And this is something that's easier the longer that you blog, because you'll have more time to kind of figure it out and like realize where to put your time and money into, really. But do not put all of your income in one thing. Example, 3 years ago, or 2 years, it's only been 2 years since this happened, Amazon did a huge cut in their commission rates. So before, when you would like link stuff, and if you would sell something from your affiliate links on your website, you would get on average 8%. And there were a few bloggers who like survived off of Amazon income. Like that was their 90% of their income came from Amazon. Amazon then literally out of nowhere dropped it down to 3%. And so those people that went from making okay, my math is not gonna be right on this one. Just hear me out. Don't get too into what I'm saying, but like, let's just say they were making $8,000. Okay, now they're only making $2,500 a month. That's a huge difference. And that just it just teaches you right away that you need to not have it in one thing. I don't know where this sound is coming from. I swear my computer is muted. Sorry for the bings and the dings, bings, whatever in the background. All right, I gotta go turn it off. And then as far as like social medias go too, like the only thing that you actually own is your website and your email list. Everything else, like if Pinterest wanted to block me today, they could. And if Google wanted to stop showing my stuff today, they also could. If Instagram wanted to block me, they could, like, so again, just be strategic. Like, do not put all of your efforts into one single thing. Number 7, learn how to delegate and hire out for things that you don't need to do. So this was a huge thing for me and my growth. I actually talked about this in last week's video, but it was like a Q&A, and someone asked when you know to hire out, and I read the 4-Hour Work Week, which essentially the entire premises of 4-Hour Work Week is that anything that you can hire out for cheaper than like what your time is worth, you should be hiring out. And so I learned this really early on, and I started hiring out for things that I did not specifically need to be doing. Like, as soon as I had enough money to hire out for people to link all my affiliate products, I did that, because I can write it and I can tell them what affiliate products to link, but then they actually go and do it, which takes a surprising amount of time. Same for pictures. Like, I could find pictures that I like, and then I would hire out someone to actually get written permission that we could use those pictures on our website. And obviously now we've got bigger. Now I have an entire team working for BSL, and the business, I mean, it's hard. It's like now so many things are happening, but by me learning that being able to delegate is I'm still learning this. I'm actually really bad at delegating, but delegating can change your entire business and help you grow so much faster. I think this is number 8. People will be mean to you. People are mean to me every single day. I swear I have like the toughest skin now, and it's just a fact that comes with your blog. And it's almost like, I remember when I got like my first hater, my family was like, you made it, like this is the sign that you made it. When you're putting yourself out there, whether it's your blog and your person, like, okay, even when you start a blog and people are like, what is she doing starting a blog? Like, it's not the coolest thing in the world to do, And so you need to learn how to have a thick skin and to not let things bother you. People hide behind computers and their phones. They would never ever say it to your face, and you have to kind of just like have it wash over you, because otherwise it will really eat you up and it's not worth it. And yeah, I don't know. People will be mean to you. It's a fact of the industry, which is so sad, but it is. Especially if you get onto social media. People aren't really mean to me actually from the actual website, but like social media, oh my God, TikTok, are you kidding? People on TikTok are brutal. Having a blog is one of the most powerful marketing tools that you can ever create for yourself, ever. 2 videos back, I talked about how to turn your blog into a business, and basically the entire gist of that video was by you starting a blog, you can take that in so many different business directions. You can make yourself credible, you can make yourself known in the industry, you can get funding in the background from your profits of your website, and then go on to launch whatever product or actual business that you want to do. For us, I started as a dorm decor blog, and then I transitioned to apartment decor and then home decor, because I knew that eventually I wanted to have a interior design business, and the website allowed me to become known in the industry for decor. And so it was such an easy transition. And now that I am eventually I want to have a furniture product line, and that will be such an easy transition. And for the people, okay, if you have, and this isn't even in every single case, but if you have really, really successful connections, it's going to be easier for you to start a business. But for most people, you do not have the connections that you need for what you want to go into, and you do not have the funding that you need to do it. And this allows you to market yourself in the cheapest way possible, or cheapest marketing dollars possible. And then also think about it. I buy basically every single thing from recommendations from people that I see on social media. Maybe that's me. I think my friends are the same way. My sisters I know are the same way, but it is so much I like to see things used by actual people. And so your blog is just one way to show that. But I didn't realize how powerful of a marketing tool it was until I started expanding my business into products. And then I quickly learned oh wow, this is what's creating these new businesses for me, is my blog. Number 9, I have this in all capital letters: learn SEO. You will never think of anything in the same way. This is so true. When I started my blog, I had never even heard of SEO ever in my life, which SEO is search engine optimization. I literally don't go a day without thinking about it now. I probably think about SEO every single hour. I'm not kidding. It will run your mind when you have a blog, because everything is surrounded around SEO. If you don't know SEO, I have a blog course that talks. My Perfecting Blogging course is basically our entire SEO strategy, every single thing that we do on the website from an SEO perspective. And it will just, the faster you learn SEO, the faster your website will grow, is really what it comes down to. Number 11, pay for the damn course or the product. I literally cannot say it enough. By buying someone else's course who is successful in the industry for what you are trying to learn will save you hours and hours of time, and time is money. I already said this in the video, but it's one of the most powerful things that I did in the beginning of starting my blog. If I wanted to learn something, I would find the most successful person in the industry that had a course on that. I would take their course, and then I would copy their strategies and make it work for my own blog. That was game changing. For things that I would be able to learn in a course in 2 weeks, would save me. If I would have tried to learn them on my own, I would have taken 6 months to a year. And I think a lot of times you see courses as money spent, and products, you see it as just money out the door, but really it's an investment. Even now, for this design firm that I'm trying to start, I found this one woman, and she has all of these templates for an interior design business. And I literally spent, I'm not kidding, this is real numbers, $5,000 buying her templates, because I knew that this would have taken me so many hours and so many mistakes for me to learn everything that she has in these templates. And so that was easily worth my time. When I first started, it was a totally different story. I was 19 years old, had literally no money, was paying for college completely on my own. And so even a $15 product was something that I had to think about and make sure that it was worth my investment. And if I had to look back and tell myself, Sophie, buy it. Every single course that you have purchased has been worth it in some way, shape, or form. Number 12, knowing your ROI is so important, especially in the beginning. So ROI is return on investment. That is also something that I thought about, especially the first 2 years of my blog, every single day. And basically for every single thing that I did on my website, I wanted to make sure that there was a return on investment for it. So if I wasn't gonna make money from it, I wouldn't do it. And that was another thing that I think helped me grow really fast and also helped me not spend a lot of time on unimportant things like your about page. Do not spend a lot of time on your about page because it's not gonna earn you any money. It's like things like that. Just always think, is this going to do something for my business in the future or currently? Number 12, start products based on your website. So I think that every time I talk about this, I get some type of pushback on this. You can obviously have a amazing lifestyle, an amazing life with just a blog. I was making $20,000 a month when I graduated college with just my blog. Obviously, like that's an insane amount of money. I could have set myself up for life by just doing that for 3 years, invest the money, whatever. I only think that your blog, I just think that it is so smart for anyone that has a blog to think bigger than their blog. What can you do because of your blog? Example that I gave earlier in the video, I can start a furniture line because of me starting the Storm Decor blog. Another example is I had a printable that was a daily college organization sheet that then turned into a college planner, digital planner, that then was popular enough that I turned it into a tangible product. And then now I have a full-on planner business that makes multiple different planners and is a 6-figure business. Even if I don't, I'm trying to get to a point, and I still think I have I have multiple years to get to this point, but my businesses will be fully thriving even if my blog is not a thing. But none of these businesses would be a thing without my blog. So it just really, it goes back to, again, it's like such a powerful marketing tool, and you can do so many things career-wise with a blog. Even when I was in college and it was my first year and I was spending so much time, I treated it like a full-time job from the very, very, very beginning. I was spending hours a week, hours a day on my website. People would look at me like I'm crazy, and I would just think in my head, okay, even if this isn't successful, this is so good for my resume. Like, it will show people that I am very devoted. I work really hard. It can show that I'm good at something specific, like I was doing design, so, whatever. I don't really know where I was going with that one, but it's fine. Okay, number 14, whatever you do, ask permission for photos. Never, ever, ever take photos from someone's website and just use them on your website. You can't even take photos from people and then just say source underneath it. No, you have to get written permission. You could get sued a lot of money, and it's just not worth it. So that's something I didn't know in the beginning. I thought that you could just take people's pictures and write source underneath it and you'd be fine. Nope, you need written permission. Number 15, this is the one that is the absolute most important thing that I have learned in blogging by far. No one cares about you. They only care about themselves. Let me repeat, no one cares about you. They only care about themselves. No one actually cares about me. They care about things that I can help them with. Example, for this YouTube channel. You don't care about me. You care about the information that I can give you to help you. Same with me, everything that I like and people that I follow them because I like them. For sure I like them, but deep down I like them because they're helping me with something. And that is like how I set up once I learned that, I started making all of my content for the reader. Every single thing that I do every single day on all parts of the business is for the reader. The planners, those are designed for the reader. The houses, but the restoration projects, like I do for content perspective to give like my followers ideas. I guess I'm kind of doing that for me too because I'm using it to get clients, but you can understand the point. Social media, every single thing I put on social media is to be helpful to the reader. So I think that that is such a, like, you might think that people care about you, but they just really don't. And if you can make your business to be the most helpful business out there for whatever niche you're in for the readers, you will be successful. And that will be a huge learning moment for you. I'm not quite done yet. One more. Analytics and numbers will go up and down. So like when it's a business and blogging is really seasonal. Like I don't know one business that doesn't have busy seasons versus slow seasons. So like right now, as I'm filming this, we are in a slow season for our website, but we know that it's a slow season because we have a lot of years to back us up on that one. But we also in the high seasons know that, okay, this is supposed to be a high season, this is supposed to be a low season. And if you're just starting out, know that you are gonna have the high and low seasons. Our busy seasons are actually our low seasons because that's the time that we're working the hardest to get content out there. And then our high seasons are where we can step back and like our July is like the busiest month of the year for us. I had the best July ever because we already did all the hard work. A lot of like blogging is everything in blogging really is upfront work. And so in July, when things were happening in the background, I had the best. I was doing 75 hard, so I was working out 2 days or 2 times a day. I don't know. Whereas like right now, we're in our busy season because we're gearing up for things. And then, oh my gosh, winter, like that is our busiest season because we're gearing up for the summer, which is our our busy season as far as stats go. So just know that your analytics will go up and down and it is okay. Obviously watch it, don't be stupid about it, but it's totally normal and it will 100% happen. So that's officially all of them. I hope that was really helpful. Make sure to check out our blogging courses. I know I'm biased, but they actually are really, really good. And they're a way to learn so much information without spending a lot of money. I think they're priced at a really, really, really fair rate. Like we could up the prices so much for them because I think there's so much value in them, but I want them to be accessible to a lot of different people. So check them out. We have Perfecting Blogging, Perfecting Pinterest, and Perfecting Email. I'm trying to think if anything else I need to say. Subscribe to the channel. We do a video every single week, but that is the end of this video. I'll see you next week.